A small village sat hidden between steep mountains, surrounded by forests so dense that outsiders rarely passed through. It wasn't famous, wealthy, or important on any map. To the people who lived there, it was simply home. Every morning followed the same rhythm. Farmers walked to their fields before sunrise, children chased each other through dusty roads, shopkeepers opened wooden doors, and smoke slowly drifted from stone chimneys. Life was predictable, peaceful, and almost untouched by the outside world. But history has a strange habit of hiding its greatest mysteries in the quietest places. One autumn evening, nothing appeared unusual. Families finished dinner, lanterns illuminated the narrow streets, and neighbors exchanged their final conversations before heading inside. As darkness settled over the valley, a thick fog began rolling down from the surrounding hills. At first, nobody thought much of it. Fog wasn't uncommon in the mountains. Yet this time, something felt different. The silence grew heavier. Dogs stopped barking. Birds disappeared from the sky. Even the wind seemed to vanish. Then, the night passed. When the first traveler arrived the following morning, he expected to find villagers beginning another ordinary day. Instead, he found absolute silence. Every house still stood exactly where it had always been. Doors were left open, meals sat untouched on wooden tables. Clothing hung neatly inside homes. Tools remained scattered across fields, as though their owners intended to return only moments later. But there wasn't a single person anywhere. The entire village had vanished without leaving behind a crowd, a struggle, or even a clear direction of escape. News spread rapidly across nearby towns. Search teams entered the valley expecting to find clues, but every discovery only deepened the mystery. There were no signs of violence, no damaged buildings, no burned homes. Livestock wandered freely, seemingly abandoned overnight. Footprints appeared in patches of dirt before fading without explanation. Some trails simply stopped in the middle of open ground. Others led toward the forest before disappearing completely. Investigators searched rivers, caves, cliffs, and nearby settlements. They questioned neighboring communities and followed every rumor they could find. Some claimed strange lights had been seen above the mountains during the night. Others insisted an unusual fog had covered the valley until sunrise. A few dismissed those stories entirely, believing fear had simply distorted people's memories after the disappearance became public. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. The search continued, but every answer seemed to create even more questions. Newspapers described the mystery as impossible. Experts disagreed over nearly every theory. Had the villagers fled together for an unknown reason? Were they escaping a danger no one else had recognized? Did a natural disaster force them away before anyone could react? Or had something far stranger unfolded beneath the cover of darkness? The deeper investigators looked, the less certain they became. Even ordinary objects inside the village raised disturbing questions. A child's toy rested in the middle of a dirt road. Fresh bread remained inside a cold oven. A chair lay tipped over beside an unfinished meal. Every object suggested that life had stopped suddenly, yet nothing explained why. It was as if time itself had paused for the village while the rest of the world continued moving forward. As the years passed, the abandoned village slowly transformed from a local mystery into a legend. Researchers returned again and again, hoping that advances in technology might uncover what earlier investigations had missed. Old photographs were compared with satellite images, forgotten journals were translated, archived police reports were re-examined. Yet every new discovery seemed to point in a different direction. Some evidence suggested the villagers may have left voluntarily, while other clues implied they had no intention of leaving at all. Nothing fit together cleanly. Every explanation solved one mystery while creating two more. Some historians believed the disappearance was inspired by real events that had gradually evolved into folklore over generations. Throughout history, there have been villages abandoned because of war, famine, disease, volcanic eruptions, or economic collapse. But those places usually left behind a trail of evidence. This mystery felt different because the absence itself became the evidence. There was no final letter, no confirmed destination, no reliable witness who could explain what happened during that single night. As decades passed, imagination filled the empty spaces where facts should have been. Stories of strange lights, Unexplained sounds, secret tunnels beneath the mountains, and unknown visitors spread far beyond the valley. Some people treated them as possibilities, others dismissed them as myths. But perhaps the most unsettling possibility is that the answer was never dramatic at all. History has a way of losing ordinary truths while preserving extraordinary legends. Records disappear, witnesses die, memories fade, and over time, a real event slowly transforms into a mystery no one can fully explain. Every generation adds another question, while the original answers become harder to find. Maybe that's why abandoned places continue to fascinate us.